What up, what up, what up? Happy Tuesday, everybody. It's the REKAP Lunch Hour with Guff. Me, Ryan McGuffey, here in the REKAP studios. It's all brought to you by our partners at Hooters, originalhooters.com. Visit one of the 11 Chicagoland locations near you. September 23rd, Downers Grove. Here we come. Cap will be there. Tommy Waddle will be there. Alex Brown will be there. I'll be there. Katie will be there. The whole 9 yards. We'll all be there. Call Hooters in Downers Grove. Book your table now for Studio 41 Football Recap Live as we break it down. That'll be week 3 of the show, season 3 of the show already. What's going on, everybody? Cubs are at San Francisco as they get going again. 3-0 on the West Coast trip. The White Sox, they just keep scoring runs at a ridiculous clip. Okay. 7 runs or more in 4 straight games for the White Sox, 3-1 in those games. Another fun one last night, back-to-back shutouts. That's been great. And then it's roster cutdown day in the NFL and trying to track exactly. The Bears have a 1 o'clock practice. Trying to track those cuts have been something. The Bears waived Tyler Scott just moments ago. I thought that was coming. He never really panned out. The wide receiver room got pretty full pretty quick, a 4th-round pick in 2023. How about Zach Pickens getting waived? A 3rd-round pick in 2023. This is not a good thing for Ryan Poles that his picks, 3rd and 4th-round picks, folks, those are the guys that make teams. When you have that type of failure, those are higher round picks. So those guys are gone as the rosters are taking shape from around the NFL and trying to see, the other thing will be to see who will be surprise cuts that maybe the Bears can get involved with. Like Hardman, Mecole Hardman was released by the Packers. DeVito cut by the Giants. That's not a big surprise. Deontay Johnson released yet again by another team. So a lot going on. Eric, what's up? Big day for the Bears regarding roster cuts. Hopefully the Bears put the best 53 together before their September 8th opener. As far as the Cubs go, take 1 game at a time. Definitely need 2 out of 3 against the Giants and sweep Rockies to go 8-1 on their trip. It's incredible, by the way. I was looking this up before I came on. Justin Verlander is 1-10 as a member of the Giants, not the swan song that I think he saw when he signed with San Francisco earlier this year. And then I love the call-outs. I love the calls. What's going on? The real Phil Simms. He's back. Appreciate you for all you do. Time to go 5-1. The remainder of the trip, keep winning, and the rest takes care of itself. The crew's getting all shout-outed over here by you guys. All I know, it's not always the teams with the best record that wins. It's all who's playing the best in October. So no, the Brewers wouldn't be the favorites. Let's look at the current favorite right now. The betting favorite in Major League Baseball to win the World Series. It's probably the Dodgers. Yeah, the Dodgers at plus 350. The Brewers are tied with the Phillies at 8-1. Tigers at 8.5-1. The Yankees are just stupid. That's a dumb bet to make. 10-1. Padres 10-1. Blue Jays 10-1. There's a kind of a lot in the middle there. I would probably take a shot somewhere down the line. I don't know if the Tigers at 8.50. It's a lot of question marks. Phil's going to be at the Raid on Sunday against the Yankees. Tuesday at Wrigley against the Braves. Pennant race baseball at its best. Love that. What's up, Swayze? Hearing pundits say if the Bears don't get double-digit wins, their season is a failure. What say you? If they go 9-8, Caleb looks really good. First of all, these pundits are jackasses. I saw Ryan Clark on ESPN say that Caleb's going to have an Anthony Richardson type season. Anthony Richardson hasn't come close to a season like Caleb Williams had a year ago. It's asinine, the microscope these Jags put out there on Caleb Williams when they've never even stepped foot in this city. Never stepped foot at practice. It's a joke. Will you and Cap do a recap on a Saturday at a top 10 college football stadium? Would definitely be off the charts. Currently don't have any play. I love going to college football games, so if that can happen, I will. But I don't think we have any plans for now. I think the Sox should be looking to spend a little money this offseason to at least field a more competitive team. Schwarber might even be an option. I wanted Kyle Schwarber to be on the White Sox the first time around before the Phillies signed him to what I thought was an extremely affordable deal. And for the production he's given them, oh my God. Kyle Schwarber has been every bit the bargain for the Philadelphia Phillies. I mean, it's a fact. Kyle Schwarber has 45 bombs and 110 RBI. He'll soar past 50 this year. His career high is 47. He's coming up on that. With the Phillies in 4 seasons, 46, 47, 38, 45. He has 176 homers and 412 RBI with the Phillies in 4 seasons. I mean, that is what you are. And by the way, here's that contract that he signed with the Phillies. $20 million per for 4 seasons. Talk about a deal. My God. If the Illini's first game is close, does that change your expectations for the season, or would there be no reason to panic? Me, myself, I wouldn't like it at all. I never get panicky about week 1 of college football unless you lose that game. And when you look at the game that Illinois, let's see, where's Illinois at? The Fighting Illini. Let me just go to stat. So Illinois plays Western. Okay. That line's 45.5. I guess what's close? There's no way Illinois is losing that football game. What if they win by 25? Is that going to make you feel worse? I wouldn't worry too much about it. There's that initial excitement, the first game. Everyone's a little overamped, been there before. And then it starts. The best teams always find a way, especially when you're playing against Western. This time of the year, sports in particular picks back up with playoff baseball, football, hockey in about a month and a half, and the NBA. It's awesome. This is my favorite time of year for the calendar. I don't love the colder weather, et cetera, that's coming, but that's part of it, and I get it. I get it. Happy Tuesday to you, Kyle. Keep the good train rolling in San Fran tonight. Go Cubs. Good afternoon. It's safe to say that Seattle should get to the playoff. The big dumper will be the MVP. What say you? I don't know. Those odds keep changing, by the way. When you look at the big dumper is now the favorite to win the MVP. I wish we would have placed a bet on that just a week ago. He got up to plus 250. It was nice to see Candace Parker's jersey retired last night. Sky, once again, came up short, but this team looks to show some improvement. I don't know, Kyle. They're one of the worst teams in the league. I appreciate your love, but my goodness. If Candace Parker can get her jersey retired for one title, wondering why Dennis Rodman hasn't gotten his number retired by the Bulls, in my opinion, that's who should have their number retired next in Chicago. Well, it'll be Derrick Rose, but that's a great point, Kyle. They don't win those 3 without Dennis Rodman. I like that pick. Rodman's 3 seasons, 3 championships, all defensive team, 3 rebounding titles. Sign me up. Breck. Look at Breck getting involved with the shout outs. Look at all you guys. Look at the hellos. Absolutely love it. The Dead. The room is already bumping. Hey, that's how we go now, Dead. People are off and running on this chat 20 minutes before the show. John, welcome to the chat. Bear down to you. What's going on, Dead? Look at this. Yeah, the 26 schedule is already out. I love the shout-outs. You're welcome to Dead. Afternoon therapy. TJ, for Suzuki to get benched, will it take Cub fans booing him as well? Seems to be the only real reason Tucker finally got sat down. I don't know. Seems harsh. I mean, your manager probably should just see it. But, of course, we've talked about him an awful lot on this program. How many games do you think Shaw will get to play in the series? He should play all 3, especially after an off day. There's no reason he should be not playing. Saying the Cubs go 4-2 over the next series. Somehow, I'm sure Breck's team will find a way to win, take 1 from the Cubs. By the way, if that happens, I'm not talking about the Rock, but if they go 4-2, that's a 7-2 West Coast trip. That's you can't be mad about that. Okay? Because you probably looked at the trip originally and thought 2 out of 3 in LA, 2 out of 3 in San Francisco, and a sweep in Colorado. So if that flips and goes sweep in LA and 2 out of 3, it's really good. I just want Owen Casey to start some more of these games. Happen, Suzuki both need to be benched for a bit. I know Happ has publicly said he deserves his at-bats because he's a veteran, but he sucks. Cap and I were talking about this today. True story. Ian Happ has not been good this year, okay? He has not been his usual self. But all of these people saying Ian Happ is a garbage player, he's played 1,000 games and has a career WAR over 20. I told Cap this on the phone today. If every one of your first-round picks for the Cubs played 1,000 games for you and was a WAR of 20 for his career, there'd be a lot more banners at Wrigley Field. There would be. Now, does that mean he shouldn't sit? No. I'm just telling you, the guy's it's been his worst year. He's been a damn good player for a long time. Breck says the Rocks have nothing to lose, playing for fun at this point. Coors Field will be rocky. It'll be like a college football environment because of all the Cub fans who will travel to the rock pile. Now, the Rockies still have something to play for. They got to win 5 more games this year to make sure that they don't hang out with the White Sox of last year. They're the only team in baseball. Even the White Sox have not been eliminated from postseason contention just yet. But that could change tonight. The Colorado Rockies are 37-94. They've allowed 840 runs. To put that in perspective, a year ago, the White Sox allowed 813 runs. The Rockies have allowed 840 runs, and there's another month plus to go. That's how bad the Rockies are. And it's also how ridiculous the White Sox were a year ago. Just saw the 2026 schedule for the Cubs. Where's the one for 2032? Asking for a friend. We'll see if Carter jumps on here, as always. Lip, the Sox are really starting to make me think they should sign some top middle-class free agents. It's fun to care and watch the kids play. 100%. In our new Coffee with Cap segment every morning, Cap discussed this morning about if Jerry spends some money, and we're not talking about $100 million, but he brought up a couple names. Kyle Schwarber was one of them. Framber Valdez. What if the Sox were to sign? I don't think Kyle Schwarber's a middle free agent at this point. I said like Cedric Mullins and a Chris Paddock and maybe a Kyle Finnegan type. Give them some hope. The White Sox go 15-16 the rest of the way, and they avoid 100 losses. Don't tell me it's not doable when they're 16-18 in the second half. I don't care if the Yankees are coming. They got 7 with the Yankees. The Yankees don't scare anybody right now. Hoping the Bears can address some needs they failed to address in the draft. Left tackle and more depth at running back. That's why we got to see why and who the Bears waive. Let me see if there's any up-to-the-moment Bears news here. Brad Biggs had those comments earlier. Let's see here. The White Sox, for those of you wondering, the White Sox will open in Milwaukee next year. This is finally MLB is doing it right. The White Sox next year open their season at Milwaukee, at Miami. Dome. Then you come home to get the Blue Jays. It's about damn time. It's not that hard. Since the All-Star break, good stuff by Chuck. The Cubs, meanwhile, open at home. Washington, the Angels. Then they go to Cleveland and Tampa. That's going to be some cold-ass games for the Cubs to open the season. When you look at the Cubs and White Sox series next year, we got May. You know what's great? Their weekend series yet again, which they should be. Well, no. The Wrigley games are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in August. The White Sox games are in mid-May. So that's the 2026. I always find it funny to me that MLB releases their schedules like in the middle of the season, then no one cares. Brad Biggs reporting Jalen Johnson will be on the 53-man roster to start the year. The target date is week 1, but he is yet to practice. So when asked about the left tackle position, Ben Johnson just moments ago, quote, I think we're going to have a starter in week 1 and we'll go from there. Wow. I think Braxton Jones has looked awful in the preseason. David, looks like the Poles needs to do more research on his third-round picks. Melissa Jones, Zach Pickens, Kieran Amagaji, not much production. Not good at all. When you're waiving third and fourth round picks, no bueno. Especially from 2 years ago. What's up, Landon? Hope my Sox friends avoid 100 losses this year. Future's looking better with the kids getting more playing time. Might be a looking ahead to our bet of the day, we might have a little reference to the White Sox kids. Godfather, this is Tom Ricketts' favorite time of year. Most of the coverage is on the Bears, takes the fans' mind off of his cheapness. Oh, Cap's always coming down hard on the Godfather, but he's been right all year. Becky's begging Craig Counsell to sit safe for 2 days. Hey, Lip, how does your football team look for this upcoming season? I would love to see Kyle Schwarber in the White Sox lineup next year. Everyone would be. Every contender in baseball is going to be trying to sign Kyle Schwarber.
Pay more.
They should pay more. They should have got him the first time when it was 4 for $80. We should have these conversations at Hooters, proud partner of the Recap and the Recap Lunch Hour. Great lunch specials every day, 11 to 3. The OG wings, the boneless wings, the burger. It's delicious. You got a couple more days here, folks, of the snow crab legs at $14.99 a pound. Just a few more days. Wash them down with a Big Daddy mug. Put that Oktoberfest down on the gullet. And, of course, if Jay True, part of the fan club here, has it his way, you get the long-legged Long Island iced teas, $8 the rest of the month. You got about 5 more days to get one of those long-legged Long Islands. Hooters, making them your fantasy football draft headquarters. Maybe, just maybe, you're drafting with us in the Renegade Fantasy League. Go to Hooters and do it. You can do that now. Call ahead. Go to order.hooters.com if you want to pick up an order to go. Originalhooters.com. Find the one closest near you. Call them. Say, I need to have some of the best food, the coldest beer, and the iconic Hooters girls at my fantasy football draft. And they'll make that happen. Hooters, proud partner of the Recap and the Recap Lunch Hour. Oh, boy. Cap's got something. Hang on, folks. Here he is. There he is. Watch. The viewers are going to spike.
Hey, Godfather. They are tied for the 4th best record in baseball. Chill out on the negativity. Have something to eat from Hooters.
Whoa.
Relax.
Hang on.
4th best record in baseball.
Oh, we're going to do that shit again now? Like, we're all of a sudden going to say, like, they have the 4th best record in baseball. And that's what we've been saying all year. And then, but we don't want to acknowledge that they've just been since the All-Star break.
Hang on a second. They picked up 4 games in 6 days from the Brewers. Now I think they're 5.5 back. The Chicago Cubs they're 19-16
Since the break.
since the All-Star
They're
break.
much better.
Okay, that's the 9th best
in the last
record.
week. Yep.
But guess what? The whole season, they have the 4th best record in baseball. Tigers,
Anybody else
Blue
want to?
Jays, Brewers. That's it. And then it's the Cubs and Phillies tied for 4th. I mean, come on, man. Godfather, you're better than this.
No, he's not. Actually, he's been dead. Like, I'm going to the comment. That's what the one that's on the screen right now. This guy's been saying since the start of the year that it's April 1st under the luxury tax, May 1st under the luxury tax, August 26th under the luxury tax.
Hey, Godfather, I am going to give the 2024 Chicago Cubs, each player, the whole roster, gets a $10 million raise. Now the payroll just went up by $260 million. They're still an 83-win team. The Brewers are at 110. The Cubs are at 210. Guess what? Play better. I'm not telling you I don't want them to spend more money, but to keep just relying on they're cheap, they're this, they're that. They have the 4th best record in baseball.
There's a new comment from Godfather.
What? You are Mr. Negative. Have Ricketts in and ask the hard questions. Actually, Godfather, you can find it on the channel. We had Tom in. We asked him. Cap flips, tell everyone to relax when he called the playoffs dead a week. I didn't call the playoffs dead, Andrew. I called the division race dead. Not to say I didn't think the same. I can't tell people how to fan, you know? I'm not telling you how to fan. Fan the way you want to fan, Andrew Brown. I'm just here to tell you. I'm going to speak like a fan every freaking day because that's what I am. I'm not someone who works down the dial and goes, yeah, I just want a good game and a good story to write. Bullshit. I want my freaking team to win. And if they don't, I'm going to be pissed off, Andrew. I'm not going to cut him slack. You might be genuflecting in front of your favorite players. You didn't think I knew that word. Yes, you might. I'm not going to. I am going to call out whether it's Jed, whether it's anyone else. And Robert Smith, F the Longhorns. I'm a Buckeye, baby.
Woohoo! Hook 'em horns, baby! Let's go.
Let's go, Ryan Day.
Oh, Ryan Day. All that extra air.
All that extra air has Cap fired up.
Look who it's from.
Breck Bear. Yeah. Got it.
Thank you, Dad. My show's been hijacked. Somebody call authorities.
All right. He can have his show back.
Look at progress. Look at these guys.
It-
Cap, flip a table.
It's just not only about the money. It's not. Guys got to play better.
Godfather's leaving you with a quote.
I didn't say that. I did not say that. But guess what? I had a cup of coffee this morning. I'm going to find a way to win a baseball game. Take that.
Hold on. Do I have that sounder? I should start playing. We should just start playing sounders in here. I got to have this whole board loaded up with caps. So anytime we have a flipper, that we can go back. Cap, look at it this way. The Cubs are a very good baseball team. Like Phil said, it doesn't matter who has the best record in baseball. Who's the best in October? This is great. Landon, Cap, you switched the samples. Andrew, I hope Cap knows this is why we love him. OSU is so worried about Michigan Alumni Week 1. They should worry about Texas. Amen. I hope it wasn't Ian Happ's coffee, the dead said. Hawaii, there's our guy waking up early, the recap breakfast hour. Record Brews had record run while Cubs had disastrous slump. I wouldn't call it a disastrous slump. They were playing right around 500, and the Cubs still have them shaking. Erica, what's your favorite blend of coffee, Cap and Guff? Cap, you got your favorite blend? All right, so
Juan Valdez, baby.
Juan Valdez. You know what? I'll say this. The first coffee company that signs on as a partner will definitely be my favorite.
Yeah, I'm with you.
However, like in the world of Dunkin' versus Starbucks, I will sprint to Dunkin' every single time. Every single time. Well, me too. If they're a partner with us, I'll be sitting here like this the whole time during the lunch hour. Okay. I also am a hazelnut guy. I know a lot of people don't like flavored coffee. I do like a little bit of something. Like Cap, I've been drinking more black coffee of late, so I like to have some kind of little pop. Godfather says, thanks for the floor, Guff. I told you, Godfather, when you get the opportunity, dude, you've been right all year. You know, Cap comes and goes on this show. All right? You've been here all year saying the same thing, and you're right. Lip Ripper, he likes a Caribou coffee. Well, I'll go Caribou. There's nobody. Got a friend who owns a coffee shop. He's a Packers fan. Hey, Bubs, ask him if he wants to have some real fun and put his money where his mouth is and partner with the recap, because that could be awesome. A Packer fan partnering with us? Let's go. Robert, Oklahoma is a barn burner with Illinois State this week. Hey, not so fast, my friend, as the great Lee Corso says. Illinois State, one of the great FBS programs in this country. Okay. But yes, Oklahoma should roll. And then, of course, I'm going to have to hear all year from you ILLINI people, aren't I? I mean, that's the one thing and the one place I just disagree on. I do like the fact that Illinois, I give Josh Whitman credit by identifying a big-time college coach who's probably best served at a school like Illinois. Brett Bielema is a really good football coach who got out over his skis when he left Wisconsin to go to Arkansas and flopped. And now I really do think he's right where he needs to be, and Illinois is going to reap all the benefits of that. Take his sponsorship and shove it. I like it, Bubs. Got to try Blue Island coffee. I've had Blue Island coffee. They used to be across the street from our old stomping grounds at NBC Sports Chicago. All right? DePaul playing John Carroll this year. One of the games of the year. John Carroll, a new member of the NCAC. I did not realize that. Breck Bear informed me of this via email just moments before we went on the air here. Pretty good stuff. Speaking of pretty good stuff, a lot of you guys are already signed up. For those of you who aren't, and you're just too scared to get a win every week by playing Cap, join me. Play the Renegade Fantasy League. It's the only fantasy football app that you can make real live in-game substitution when your players get hurt or they flop. When you're playing Cap and you look at the score and you're like, why have I only scored 64 points this week? And Cap's team is done and has 71, and you're chasing on Monday night to try to get him. Make the switch, get the 7 points, get the free win by playing Cap. Play us. Big time people, big time leagues. The leagues are filling up quickly. The draft's this weekend. Hop on board. Hop on board. download the Renegade Fantasy Football app. You go to your app store, you download it, join a public league, boom, there it is, REKAP, the recap, hop on board, and you're in. Otherwise, go to recap.renegadefantasy.com. The last person standing here, this is true story, you're getting $5,000. I'm not talking about coupons or vouchers or free pizzas or free. No, you are getting $5,000. It's free, folks. It doesn't cost anything. We've been partnering with them all month. We're proud to partner with them. Let's go. The draft's this weekend. Let the trash talking begin starting next week, by the way, because this group's going to get fired up. I already know there's a lot of you. I've seen your names in there. Bubs, I need some Bears depth. Who do you prefer, Cam Robinson or Clowney? Clowney's kind of boom or bust, but I like the idea of Clowney if I'm going between those two. Yeah, the schedule's dropped for 2026. Verlander for the Giants tonight. Good thing it's not 2015. 1 in 10. 1 in 10. Now, records aren't everything, but 1 in 10. Tell Cap it's going to be all right, all right, all right. Boo OSU. Yeah, you know for a fact McConaughey will be on those sidelines. Phillies run line at -1.5. That's Lip Ripper's pick tonight. Let's take a peek. That's the Renegade Fantasy app, Brad W. Of course, the Renegade Fantasy app. Download it and join the Recap League, my friend. Download it and join the Recap League, and we'll be ready to rock starting this weekend when the draft happens. Winners do not need to be present to win, meaning if you auto-draft your draft, that's fine. The Phillies tonight. Who do the Phillies? Oh, Phillies at the Mets. All right, let's go to our bet of the day. I'm giving you 2 for 1 here, folks. Giving you 2. So Shane Smith went out and had his best outing of his career last night. We took the L. Not going to be mad that he gave up 1 hit in 7 innings. Threw 80 pitches, bam. I'm going both the Cubs and the White Sox games. Colson Montgomery has an RBI in 3 straight games. He's been literally one of the best and hottest players in baseball from an offensive standpoint in the second half with 13 bombs and over 30 RBIs. He's been awesome to watch. The White Sox have scored at least 7 runs in 4 straight games. They have 2 straight shutouts. This is not going to be the day I go, bet the over 3.5 team total, and then watch him lose 1-0. But I am going to go Colson Montgomery going against Michael Lorenzen, who has not been very good this year for the Royals, who are one of the better teams in ERA in baseball, and who need this win desperately. I'm not saying the White Sox win the game, but Colson Montgomery, who's been red hot, had the day off yesterday, gets back in the lineup, an RBI at +155. And I like the Cubs tonight. I do. Matthew Boyd's on the hill. The Giants are going nowhere fast. Justin Verlander is chasing really nothing at this point. He's 1 in frickin' 10. 1 in frickin' 10. Now, could he be Justin Verlander, vintage Verlander? At any point in theory, he could be. But 1 in 10 with a 4.64 ERA. Okay? His last outing against the Padres, 4 1/3, 7 runs, 7 hits. 7 runs, 7 hits. But then before that, 7 scoreless innings, 2 hits. Then the one before that, 5 innings, 5 runs, 11 hits. Then scoreless. He's kind of on every other. He's been doing the scoreless thing. I still like the Cubs -1.5 tonight. You put them together, it's a +473. Let's go. We're counting them as 2 separate bets. We can go 1-1. We can go 2-0, 1-1, 0-2. You guys know how it goes. That's the parlay. Don't like this pick. Love this pick, says Lip Ripper. Let's go. Let's throw your Phillies in there. Why not throw the Phillies in there? Make it a 3-way. Let's go. Now Ohio State is denying they banned Portnoy. Who cares? Why do we care about that crap? Seriously, who cares who's banned? Dave Portnoy. I mean, people who ban people for saying something they don't like is dumb anyway. OSU and Bama fan bases are like looking in a mirror once, just has a Southern accent. I love that you guys are fired up for college football. Who's my college team, Guff? Breck Bear said DePaul playing John Carroll. DePaul definitely never quits. Of course, that's not a team everyone's familiar with. I'm a Big Ten by nature, grew up on Notre Dame. But I will say this about Notre Dame, kind of shunned them once I went to college. And it's just that mess of coaches they had. Really hard not to like Marcus Freeman. Really hard not to like that guy. I kind of more fans of like coaches and programs. But yeah, I don't have I'm not a Michigan or Ohio State guy. Okay. I loved the Indiana thing last year. Grew up in Indiana. Had a lot of buddies that went to Indiana. So there we go. Have a great day, Kyle. You as well. Have an awesome Tuesday, Dan. You as well. One more here. Hey, Cap, love your enthusiasm. As always, drink your coffee. Let's find a way to win a damn baseball game. Go Cubs. And we will end it. We will end that this way. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. It's all brought to you by Hooters, originalhooters.com. 11 Chicago area locations. We will be in Downers Grove September 23rd. Those promos are coming out soon. September 23rd, Downers Grove, Studio 41, Recap Football Live. It's going to be awesome. Our first live show appearance of the year. We're just a month out, less than a month out already. It's crazy. It's crazy. Order.hooters.com if you could have it delivered straight to your office, straight to your house. Let's go. Let's win some bets today. Let's go 2-0. White Sox, Cubs, we'll have recaps of both of those games. Sox at 6:40, Cubs at 8:45. We'll have a recap rush hour dropping this afternoon as well. Appreciate you guys greatly. We will see you tomorrow on the Recap Lunch Hour. It'll be a hump day edition. It's all brought to you by Hooters. Have a great day.